Hello, I'm back and I just checked with Lee whether is she having iPhone or Android. And yeah, she is having iPhone. That's a tick box. B, I checked whether she holding vertically or horizontally. So that also tick box. It's vertically. So I'm also holding vertically. So it's going to be fun as we try to get this working. And let's see. Hello, who has joined? Yay, Lee is here. And let's see. Yes, I'm adding you. I trust this is going to work now, and you are connecting. And
Yes.
yay!
Yeah. Don't you love technology?
Absolutely, Lee. And you won't believe I've worked in 15 plus years in this technology business, implementing those big technology solutions, be it off the shelf, creating those uh, from the scratch, and I used to be a tester, a quality assurance person. So yeah,
Yes.
I know this technology is yay, Mary.
Yeah. But it's so cool that when things don't go right, you can just you just continue on. I really love that. It's just like let's just continue on because I know that I was on live the same time as you're on live. So again, it's all those lessons that we learn of communication a bit better and things like that as well. So I love the fact that we can learn from doing, not just thinking, analyzing, by doing stuff. And that's really really important.
Yes, and I have a wonderful person, Marie Alessi. She gave me those two, 3 points quickly to check with you. Is it iPhone? Is it you are holding vertically or horizontally? These small, small things make or break.
Absolutely. I know when I first did my first live, what happened? That's right. My person who I invited the first time, they were on desktop, and I couldn't invite them in because evidently the invitations for Facebook is only on phones, on mobile phones and things like that too. So I've learned two great big things today, like communication and to make sure we're both on phones. So yeah, so let's have a chat around this wonderful topic. I know I posted it and you put your hand up and you went, what a great topic.
Uh,
So thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you for posting and just be taking this thread ahead with sharing and asking people to check their understanding. And I'm going to repeat the question. When it comes to achieving goals, what comes
Mm,
first,
mm,
motivation or discipline?
mm,
And
mm.
yeah, and if you are listening the first first time, please share your answer here because some of them have already answered. I think it's a 60-40 ratio. Lee, 60% people said motivation and 40% people have
Mm.
said discipline. And it's so interesting.
Yeah.
There is no right or wrong answer.
There's no right or wrong, but of course, I go and do research on it. And I have a look on it. And something that I found was it was saying that the research that for me, I think it's true for me as well, that to me, motivation, the feelings of being motivated is to me a byproduct of me taking action first and being disciplined. It was really interesting. So in my mind, what I'm thinking at the moment, and for me, because everyone's different, everyone's unique, but in my mind, I know that when I just, like, the Nike saying, just do it. I find that when I just do it, and I actually, like yesterday, for example, it was Sunday, and I need to do a walk. Trying to do 10,000 steps a day, and I have a 90-day goal, so it's 900,000 steps in 90 days. Yesterday, I sat down and I went, oh, I don't feel like going. I'm not motivated. And then I went, just do it. So I put my shoes on. I put my timer on, my fit, my fit thing, my fit watch. And I walked and I got home and I was so motivated because I took action when I didn't necessarily want to take action. So that discipline with me helps me to feel a sense of achievement, a sense of success, and also it starts to give me evidence that I can be disciplined and that I can achieve my goals. What are
Yeah,
your thoughts?
yeah, wonderful, Lee. And I want to share an insight.
Mm,
What
yeah.
you share is your motivation strategy right now.
Mm, yeah.
So
Yeah.
everyone has strategy how they get motivated. So as you shared, taking action, you felt motivated. However, I'm going to share what you said is just do it. Exactly. You said what you told yourself is just do it. That got you up and changed your mindset. So
Mm,
exactly, Marie is sharing here. Isn't it amazing how great you feel when you just do it? And yes, so you just did it, and but what
yeah.
got you up is by telling yourself, just do it. So this is
Mm,
your personal motivation strategy. So next time, whenever you are feeling the same, if you will tell yourself, just do it, you are going to get up, and because that's how you process in your
that's right.
mind.
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
You're absolutely correct. Everyone has a different strategy. And I think the more self awareness you have of yourself and the more time that you understand your true self, then you get your own insights. No one tells you, no one can tell you how you think or you feel. You have to actually discover that yourself. But people can lead you towards that of understanding your strategies and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and what I've just noticed, Lee, you said when you are true to yourself, or it's when you be with your true self, and that's where that your awareness increases, and that's becomes a more enlightened uh, process for you to trigger your own motivation strategy inside rather than waiting for someone else to motivate you, isn't it?
Absolutely. So I think we all talk about internal and external motivators. I think the internal motivator is the secret.
Yeah, it's a secret to yourself. It's
Mm,
not a universal secret, but it's a secret to yourself, which you
mm.
may not have understood yet. And that's where coach comes into picture to help you tap into your own secrets, isn't it?
Mm, absolutely. And what's your strategy for you? How do what's your unique strategy that allows you to achieve the results that you want to achieve? Because we are talking about, motivation and discipline.
Yeah, sure. It's for me, goal is my motivation. So, and because I want to stick to the question, when we said when it is about achieving your goals, what comes first? So for me, if I have decided to work on the goal, achieve the goal, that becomes motivation for me. It's kind of otherwise I would not have chosen it as a goal itself. So yeah, my strategy is that what is the purpose and what is the objective to work on the goal. So that becomes my internal. So it's a very much thinking based strategy. Um yeah, so it's internally what I would be saying is yes, I have this deadline. I put it to the goal because goal without deadline is not a goal, isn't it?
That's right. It must have deadline all the time. I do that all the time with my clients, same as you do, I'm sure.
Yep.
That if it and it's really bad because even with your friends, like you're chatting to your friends and they say to you, "Let's have coffee," and without even thinking, you go, "Okay, what time next week do you want to catch up?" It's almost like, "Oh, I hadn't even thought about that." And they hadn't even thought about that deadline, but I do it automatically all the time. Everything I do, it's just like I've never left hanging. I'm always saying, "Well, let's organise that. Let's achieve that," and that's so
Yeah.
important to understand that as well. Don't yeah, I think so. Yeah, yeah.
Yep. Yep. And yeah, so my motivation strategy is the goal. However, when something is not put it in a goal, then yeah, I have to seek that motivation, and it becomes that even my sound is becoming like lethargic. Okay, for what purpose I want to be motivated? So it's kind of a goal is my motivation. So I want to now talk about discipline, Lee. For
Mm.
some people discipline comes first, so I'm curious. I'm just going to have a seat because when I do live I prefer standing, but yeah, it's going to get more, so I'm going to have a seat. Is that okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah, fantastic. So yeah, so we were talking about discipline. So what is your understanding of discipline, Lee?
My understanding of discipline is doing the things that you don't necessarily want to do, but you know it's important to do them, because if you don't take the action through discipline,
Yeah.
you're never going to achieve your goal. So I mean, the art of manifesting your goal, yes, you have to become emotionally attached. You have to have very good clarity. You have to be able to, in your mind's eye, start at the end first. So you always step into your goal. You associate yourself with your goal. But if you're not disciplined to take action, you'll never achieve the goal, because when you become a visionary and you see your goal, that's really important, because you associate to your goal, but you've got to take action to achieve it. So my self-discipline is about doing things that you don't necessarily want to do, but you know if you do that, you'll achieve the results that you're after.
Yeah, and what I'm hearing, Lee, is it is about consistency.
Mm.
Discipline helps you to be consistent, and it's kind of, as you said, whatever those numbers of steps you want to achieve, every day you must have those 10,000 steps done. Then
Mm.
only you can
Mm.
achieve that bigger number at the end. And for that we need to be consistent because it's a time bound. It is every day you have come up with a plan of doing those number of steps, and that becomes very planned goal achieving strategy, and discipline becomes
That's
kind of then higher problem to work on.
That's right. And I've associated my health goal, because I mean, I know health's important, but it hasn't always been a priority. My work probably is my top priority. So I love doing what I do. So, being a coach, same as yourself, I can sit down and just work from, a 10-hour day and love what I'm doing, and then get up and go, oh my God, where did all the time go? you know so I'm enjoying my work. So what I do is, because I enjoy my work so much and I'm driven to my work, then I don't place a high priority on my health goal, but I know that I should place some sort of discipline on my health goal, because if I become unhealthy, then I can't continue to work, and I haven't got the energy and I haven't got the motivation. So the discipline to me now is in my mind. I've associated that every day I need to do some sort of movement. I need to do something, an hour of exercise every day.
Yep.
So when I'm aware of that and I associate that with when I do that movement every day and I become more healthier, then I can serve my clients better. I
Yep.
have better energy. I can present better. I'm more enthusiastic. I'm probably a nicer person to be around, because I'm feeling that sense of achievement, that I'm doing something that I don't normally do. So when my friends say to me, what'd you do today? I don't just turn around and go, well, I was really busy. Well, so I got really excited. I got up, put my shoes on, I went for a walk, and during that walk, because I live on the river, so I live at West End, so I have the river to walk on. It's absolutely amazing. And I'm
Yeah.
starting to make those connections. I'm seeing people who walk every day. I'm talking to their dogs. I'm seeing the birds. I'm seeing the water. And at the
Woo!
same time, yeah, I know. And at the same time, I'm allowing my subconscious, I'm relaxing. So when I do my walk, it's not necessarily a power walk. It's just me doing 10,000 steps, a day. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So when I walk, I enjoy my walk. And also when I walk, I come up with the most creative
Idea.
ideas that you can think about because I'm allowing myself to relax. And when I come back to my office then to do my work, I'm feeling so much more creative. I'm feeling so much more motivated because I actually stopped and took that time out. So I wasn't trying to keep on, it's about working smart, not hard. It's about you understanding yourself, and that we as business people have decided to go into business not because we want to work hard, and it's not about money. It's about how can I fulfill my purpose and work hard in my business at the same time and be disciplined so I get the results I can. And the more disciplined I am, the more I can serve my clients and
Yeah.
create change,
Yeah,
you
thank you.
know?
Thanks for sharing. And I'm reading Marie's comment. Nature is awesome. And yes, I am big time nature lover. Nature teaches us so many things. It's kind of, I feel nature as, when I say nature is a big thing, but it's like when I go in the forest or among trees, I feel like it's a home. And yeah, I can talk to trees. So and so the trees talk to me, that kind of feeling we have. Because yeah, so yeah, nature is awesome, where your creative juices will flow. We are children of nature, so it's kind of we are always connected to give back and receive that energy, blessings, and all those great things from nature. So thanks, Marie, for sharing. Yes, nature is awesome.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So coming
So,
back to, sorry, Lee, go ahead.
so, so yeah, I'm just curious as to what your strategy is. Is it for you motivation first then, or is it discipline first? Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for asking. So 3 years back, my answer would have been motivation comes first. And being a business woman today, my answer is discipline comes first. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so there's a difference, and that's where I had thrown the point. Motivation can be a mask to hide behind. And I want to
Mm-hmm.
have this discussion at a very vulnerable
Mm.
level, where this is opportunity, guys, if you're watching now or if you're going to watch later on. So motivation is a human behavior. We all need to be motivated, and we, as we spoke, but sometime we giving excuse. I want to give highlight motivation. I'm not feeling motivated today. Can be an excuse and may not be the fact. And that's where you're raising your self-awareness, you being getting in touch with your true self. We will realize, as I've been through in this last 3 years, being in touch with my core self, my true self, and my, I would say, ultimate self. That's where you are okay to be vulnerable, where you are okay to accept, yes, this is an excuse. And so sometimes we are not aware, we are using this as a mask to hide behind. So how does that now, as I've explained, because you were curious to understand what is why did I say that? So Lee, what do you believe, as I've shared the perspective behind this?
I believe that's absolutely correct. I hear so many people go, "Oh, I can't go to the gym, I'm not motivated. Oh, I can't do that, I'm not motivated. I can't do that, I'm not motivated." And absolutely correct. It's like, well, they don't actually turn around and go, "Well, I'm not motivated because of, what they just say, I'm not motivated." So I believe that when people start using that excuse, and I hear it all the time, and I suppose other people would hear it all the time as well, to me, it's simply an excuse. Maybe the people who are saying that have not tapped into their goal fully. They haven't embraced their goal fully. Or it's an excuse because I find a lot of my clients just don't know where to start. They
Yeah.
just don't know where to start. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where I was earlier I could not bring you on the camera, and I asked,
Mm,
let's assume we all are motivated. There's a step
mm.
between being disciplined. So what could be those steps in order for you to you need to be disciplined after you're motivated, because it's received a call. So there's a step in between. If everyone is motivated today, and if they want to be disciplined, I believe the deciding decision to commit to a goal becomes a step in between for them to then become disciplined. Because when we are committed to our goal, then you are going to look beyond the excuse. You are going to focus on the results. So either you are focusing on your excuses or you are focusing on the results, how you are going to achieve that. So yeah, so this is my point. It's like you committing to yourself is becomes the step for you to then progress ahead to become disciplined.
Yeah, I think it's about having your own, as you said, absolutely correct, but knowing your value system. Because if we all talk about integrity, don't we? We all go integrity, integrity, integrity. But integrity is about keeping your word. That's what integrity is all about. Simple as that. It's about keeping your word. So if you're keeping your word, it's also have you got integrity with yourself? Do you keep your word to yourself? You know, do you get up and commit and do that? So again, that's what I'm saying to you. The goals have to be aligned with your value system. So if you're like I've got a very high value of integrity. I don't try and pretend. I don't, you know, I'm not really worried about trying to fit in anymore. I think I've passed that age now. I'm a unique individual, and I want to put myself, my integrity is really important. So I want to keep my word to myself and things, and to other people as well. So I think it's very important that you start to understand that your goals have to be aligned with your values. And if you don't understand that, then it's really important for you to find that out. Because to me, that's the foundation
Yeah.
of having that self-discipline, which leads into your motivation. Yeah.
Wow, wonderful. And that's where Marie just now, she said earlier, it needs to be aligned. And that's where that becomes a next step in your awareness. As
Mm,
we grow in our awareness, we accept, we become curious what are our value system. And that's where then the goals which you will choose and create will be aligned with your value system, your priorities. And yeah, there are awesome people are on this journey to curious to learn more about themselves, why they are not able to get motivated. Some people are stuck at this excuse. They don't get motivated to work on their business consistently. There are some people have come back, and that's where having that a bigger picture and knowing your
mm,
values, it will bring the
mm,
alignment, because motivation is the resource which have within. So
mm,
uh, so being stuck in I'm not getting motivated is an excuse. It's a safe problem to work on, focus on. And so that's why I said, let's assume we all are motivated. That kind of statement you can tell yourself, we are motivated, and then talk about now what's the risky problem, what I have to take action on, what I need to prepare a plan on. So, then your focus changes on the risky problems. So this is a concept I wanted to share: safe
mm,
problems and risky problems. So safe
mm,
problem is the problems which will keep us safe, and I'm not feeling motivated is a safe problem, where
mm,
it will make you feel, oh, I've got something to work on, but it's not a real problem. The real problem is what actions you are going to take, what preparation you need to make, maybe what support you need, and going ahead and be vulnerable to share, yes, I'm feeling, I need to get this preparation, but I need support of getting those plan in place. And then becomes the more high quality discussion when we focus on the risky problem.
I think it's, again, it's all about, we talk about staying in the comfort zone and getting out of the comfort zone, and you know, and we don't want to take risk. And that's because a lot of times it's because there's fear there of, you know, of making mistakes or being judged, or not being, not being effective, or rocking the boat, or, you know, all of that type of stuff. They're our fears sometimes that keep us within our comfort zone. So we'll go to the boundaries of our comfort zone, but we don't want to step across that line to where we
Yeah.
feel uncomfortable of. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I have been there, Lee.
Yeah.
It's very much okay to face that, feel that, and acknowledge that. And that's the beauty. It's not about resisting what you are feeling. As you, whoever is watching, would feel that fear of all those fears we talked about, rejection, judgment, etc. It's kind of we have crossed that and it comes back. It's interesting. It's not about just passing the line once. It's about facing it again and again, and then being comfortable with those fears and whatever those feelings, uncomfortable feelings we will feel. And it's like, yeah, let's talk about and let's get over it.
Yeah, but to me, it's also about managing your fears. It's understanding your self-awareness, understanding your fears are there, and they may never go away.
Yeah.
But it's making a decision that you will not let your fears to prevent you from achieving whatever you need to achieve. So it's having a strong mindset that I know this is my fear. However, I'm going to manage it. I'm going to manage myself so that I can actually achieve the result that I want to do as well. And that's really important, because we all have fears. Like, you know, I know the best public speakers that I talk to, and they all get nervous before they speak,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
However, they're able to manage that nervousness. So whatever they need to do, whether they get into a state or whatever they need to do, they've learnt their management systems to actually manage that state so that they can exceed within their speaking profession and things like that. And sometimes people say to me that, I've heard this from many, many big motivational speakers, the day when you have no fear, the day that you have no nerves or whatever, that day you probably got too much ego, and you will probably have to come back with humility as well, because we all do
Yeah.
have a little bit of fear, a little bit of stress, a little bit of management, because we all want to, you know, go to the next level. If we think we're at the top of the ladder and we're not growing anymore, then we actually stop our growth, and we don't step into our full power either.
Yeah, yeah. The last point I want to share with the audience and whoever may be watching later. So sometimes we have wrong associations with discipline or motivation. So I think motivation is still okay. I think discipline, some people have, at least I had some uh, different associations with it 3 years back. And when I related, okay, what comes to my mind when I think about discipline? And there were some associations of memories and I had, which was not I was not comfortable with the word discipline. And so what I did was I turned around and I used something else, because the objective of discipline is being consistent. So I wonder if any one of you have those do not have good association with discipline. Sometimes you miss out the intention behind being disciplined. It's not about discipline as a word, but it's about being consistent and what's that next level of true and core self you are looking to achieve. So yeah, it's interesting when we tap into our inner world. We can design, decide, and change those strategies which will work for us.
Yeah, it's about the association, isn't it, of words and things like that. So if you don't like the word discipline, guys, you could have internal discipline or self-discipline. You put a word in front of it so that it's internal, it's not external. Because a lot of times when we've had, like I know when I was growing up and we were disciplined from our teachers and things like that, it probably wasn't the best way to be disciplined, and my parents, because back when I was growing up, there was much about, being seen and not heard, and it was not unusual to get a bit of a slap across the legs or the back or whatever, or the face, if you misbehaved. It's different today, but that discipline was very harsh, and it was very authoritatively discipline as well. So I think for me, I like to use the word self-discipline in front of it, or internal discipline, or things like that.
Yeah. It's a moving towards your higher self. It's a pathway to be that true to yourself on consistent basis. So yeah, it's understand and turn around the meaning which we associated with these words, and then see how fast. It's not about fast, but it's like how you will enjoy achieving your goals. So I trust this served today. Lee, any final words you would like to say?
No, I put a challenge out to on my Facebook Live earlier when I did this by myself. The challenge I like to put out to everyone is I want everyone to think about something over the next week, something they haven't been, been putting off, and I want them just to do it, just to actually take action this week. Listen to what we're talking about, and if it resonates for you, actually put the information, implement it. And that's what it's all about. It's not about listening, it's about being active and putting things into place. Yeah.
Absolutely. So what is that, listeners, viewers, what is that one action you are going to take, which you have been putting off, especially, and if you have been saying, I'm not feeling motivated. So be vulnerable to share what is that you have been putting off, and you are committing yourself to do that this week, next week. But yeah, it's sharing and being accountable in this group on this Facebook Live. So thank you, Lee, for this amazing conversation and this insightful perspective we looked at. I'm going to just summarize. It's like, what is motivation means to them, what is discipline means to them, what are those strategies, individual strategies one can have to understand inner self, and then how to align your goals with your value system. And if you have any queries, questions, viewers, feel free to ask question in this thread, and you feel free to PM to Lee or myself. We will be happy to serve you.
Yeah.
So thank you, Lee.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a good day.
Thank you.